Okay, welcome back. And thought I would do a video on some videos that I have shown before, but what's YouTube all about? Regurgitating, saying the same thing over and over again, showing the same thing over and over again. I don't do Instagram because that is just bullshit. So yeah, I thought I'd show some of my favourite tapes here and just chat a little bit about each one as I show them off. And yeah, I've got other favourite tapes, but this is just some that I grabbed off the shelf. And yeah, this one here, The Hand with Michael Caine, I was a little bit obsessed with and was buying pictures, stills and stuff. And got the DVD, Region 1. Why did I buy that? Oh, because it had some extras on that from what's his name? Oliver Stone. Interview with Oliver Stone on that, and I watched that, and yeah, that was interesting. But yeah, the tape, paid a little bit too much for this. It's probably about 28 quid, something silly. It's not even in the best condition, but it is a great film that I did see back in. It says 81 there, but maybe 81, 82, around about them sort of times. And I watched it recently, maybe a year or so ago when I picked this up. And yeah, I remembered it pretty much scene for scene. I think I've got a bit of a photographic memory when it comes to films, ones that make an impression on me, or ones that I've seen when I was younger, because, you know, your memory's better when you're younger, so the memories are longer lasting. So yeah, I remember this film. It's a great film, and the scene where he gets his hand cut off is horrific, but at the same time very comical, because that's the sort of sense of humour I've got. I even showed it to my son, and he is, I'm trying to work out now, is he 8 or he was 8 when I showed it to him, and even he was like shocked at first, but sees the funny side of it with the way Michael Caine acts. You can see that expression. He's got all this bloody tomato soup spitting out of his stump. And the way he plays the film is just so over the top. And yeah, as the film goes on, his hair gets madder and madder as he gets more crazy. Like he's going into psycho mode. His hair just gets bigger and bigger and frizzier and frizzier. Oh, it's such a funny film. A lot of people hate it, but I love it for maybe the right reasons, maybe the wrong reasons. I think Michael Caine, he done this film basically for the money. He wanted a new summer house or conservatory or something, and he done this film. And but he gives it his all. He really does. It's such a cool film. I just want more people to discover this film if they haven't already, or to give it another go. It's such a funny film. I mean, you get a bit of boobage in it. He's strangling his missus. The scene where he gets his hand cut off, and the prosthetic hand, it's got Carlo Rambaldi, who done E.T., as you can see, and he'd also done the Alien, the Jaws on the original. Is it 78, 79 Ridley Scott Alien? He'd done the mechanism on that. So it's such a cool film for all those reasons, and I love it. So that's why I spent as much as I did on it. Not to be a hipster, well, maybe a little bit, but just had to have it. I mean, it's not even a good condition tape, but I just had to have it. I mean, I probably paid way too much for it. The mayor he's probably got a few copies of this knocking around. They could have let me buy one off, and I think it's even got a bit of mould. No, not mould. No, not mould. Anyway, that's that one. This is The Survivor, another horror with Robert Powell. It's a very atmospheric film, shot on location in Australia, I believe, and yeah, it's just a really creepy film. This distribution was from Wallington, Surrey, which is near me. Jenny Agutter is gorgeous, as she always is. Even today, I'd still. Jenny Agutter is beautiful. Robert Powell's very good in it. The soundtrack's very good. It's got this really haunting, like whale song when you see the aeroplane, the burnt wreckage, the scenes with the burnt people. I think there's even some burnt children in this. I mean, it is horrific. And seeing this back in, I think this was 83, was it? I'm not sure. It's around about that time, 80s. Does it say on the back? Anyway, when I saw it, I was young. I know that. And it had a lasting effect. It's on YouTube. You can watch this for free. And yeah, it's not really scary as an adult, but it is very creepy. It is very atmospheric. And I think it's got quite a good story, really. It's as good as, well, better than most of the shit that's coming out these days, to be honest. So that's that one. Love that one. Another one that has a lot of sentimental value. Picked this up recently. Didn't pay a lot for it. I think it was about 12 quid, which is, it's not cheap, but I've seen them go for more. I mean, condition maybe could be a bit better, but just memories. Saw this at the cinema with my mum, who's no longer here. It's been a year since she passed, so might put this on in memory of her. And I think this is 81, yeah. So I was about 8 or 9 when I first saw this film, and it's still a great film. The stop animation from Ray Harryhausen, great cast. You've got Harry Hamlin, you've got Burgess Meredith, you've got Ursula Andress, Laurence Olivier, as you see there, Zeus. There's not much else to say about that. I mean, the only other film that I like probably more than that is the one with the skeletons. The name is escaping me. I'm thinking Sinbad, but it's not Sinbad. What is it? Oh, bloody hell. I can't think of the name of it, but you know the one with the skeletons. Jason and the Argonauts. That's another one I'd like to get on VHS. That's another childhood nostalgia. That's a lot of the reason why I buy these tapes is because of nostalgia. Didn't get them first time round, but can't have everything first time round. eBay, for all its evils and all the scalpers, and for people like me being influencing other people, maybe driving the prices up. Sorry about that, but that's just, you just got to be shrewd. Got to stick to your guns, put your bids in, or if you see a good deal, buy it now. Just don't overpay, don't inflate the market. But yeah, this one I got in at auction for 12 quid. So I was very happy with that. This one I've got even cheaper, which is amazing. I'm not sure if I bought it in a bundle. I think I've done a video on it before, so you can see. If you go back on my channel, I got this in a bundle, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, I saw this in my 20s. Charlton Heston, Edward G. Robinson, Soylent Green. What is Soylent Green? Well, if you see the cover there, it sort of gives it away a little bit. Pre-cert tape. The case is mullered. As you can see, it's all falling apart. But the film plays perfectly. MGM. Again. It's a very good film. It's quite a depressing film, really, but it is still quite very socially relevant. We're living in times now where there's we've got food mountains, but we've got massive poverty and food banks and lots of food going to waste. It's kind of the opposite of what this is. But I mean, with the cost of living and the bills going up, the price of living is getting ridiculous. So if we keep going the direction we're going, there's going to be more people eating Soylent Green. And if you know what Soylent Green is, that ain't good. Right, that's a little bit more light-hearted now with Crawl Space. I only discovered this film when I picked it up off eBay, and yes, I was guilty of, the cover drew me in. He's got a Nazi bloody cross for an eye. I mean, what? It's got a sexy lady on the cover. Klaus Kinski. He seduces them in his mind and traps them in his crawl space. Now, this is what videos back in the day were all about. That sucked me right in. Didn't have a clue what the film was about, but it's pretty much laid out there for you. You've got a bit of sexual tension. You've got a Nazi nutter. And that is exactly what you get in this film. You get some good kills. Not too over the top. Not bloody horrific gore fests or what is it called? Something. Oh, I was trying to think of the term earlier. Gore porn or whatever you want to call it. Is it misery porn or whatever? You know the term I'm talking about. It's nothing like that. It's light-hearted. It's silly. It's rewatchable. Great performance from Klaus Kinski. Silly kills. Bit gruesome, but not over the top. Love that film. This one, I have to give another watch to. Had a bit of drama getting it. The seller sent me the wrong tape, but he let me keep that tape and sent me this one. This is the one that I was really after. I bought a bundle off him and finally got it anyway. Watched it and yeah, it's a weird film. Another one set, I think it was made in Australia and on CBS Fox, and can't really tell you much about it. I mean, you read the back, it says it all. He's basically, he thinks he's the last man on Earth for some sort of weird experiment that goes wrong, and there's only certain people that survive. He finds, spoiler, he finds a few survivors, as you can see, but when it starts, you're like, what the hell is going to happen here? If you haven't seen the cover, you've just seen the trailer, and he's just on his own. I mean, how fucked is that? Like, to be the last person on Earth, or so he thinks. And I can't remember how this film ends. I've only watched it once, and I will watch it again soon. I've got a lot to get through, and I don't like to just watch stuff for the sake of it. I have to be in the right mood for certain things. If I want to watch horror, I've got to watch horror. If I want to watch a western, I'll watch a western. If I want to watch comedy, watch comedy. I've watched a few brutal films lately, and I need something light-hearted or not horror, because I can't live in that depressing. I'm talking about films like I Spit on Your Grave, that sort of nasty horror. I can't live there. I like that film that I showed recently with Francois and Emmanuel, that sort of thing. I love. I can watch that all day long. But films like Eden Lake, that sort of thing, that stays with me. I can't watch that sort of stuff. It's too visceral, too nasty, and leaves you with a nasty taste in your mouth. It's not good. Not a happy ending. Spoiler if you've not seen that film, but I'd avoid it. It's not my cup of tea. Maybe I'm not a proper horror film lover, but I can live with that. I like I like lighter stuff, lighter horror. Redneck zombies, that's my type of horror. Or sort of weird supernatural sci-fi type stuff like, well, this is more sci-fi than supernatural, but I like supernatural more. But yeah, that's one that I've got to watch. That is one that will cheer me up. And I'll watch that again. This one will make me depressed, so I'll watch that again for a while. That I need to watch. Well, I have watched that quite recently, so Survivor again leaves you in a bit of a creepy place. This, I'll just be pissing myself laughing. So yeah, I'll be watching that again soon. So yeah, just thought I'd do a random video, share with you some of my, just a selection of favourite tapes. I've got loads more. Might do a few more videos and chat about them if this gets any likes or any reactions. If not, sub to other channels or unsub from me, because maybe I'm too much of an influencer, or maybe I'm too fake, I don't know, but that's a load of old bollocks. Other channels, they can deal with the negativity, and they can live in that little, no, that's not me. That's not what I'm about. I have my little moans and my little rants now and again, but I don't want my channel to be all about that. I want people to come here and say, yeah, I remember that tape, I remember that film, brilliant film, or shit film, or seriously, that's such a terrible film. But you know, each one of these I love for a different reason. So yeah, I think it's a good good cross section of my my taste. You know, some of it's a bit horrifying, some of it's a little bit comedic, some of it's a bit sci-fi. No supernatural really in this lot, but I do like a bit of supernatural as well. Light supernatural, not heavy shit. Like Talk to Me, fuck that nonsense. That was another. Wasn't hard watching, but it wasn't brilliant. Anyway, thanks for watching me ramble more shit. Take it easy. Bye bye.